Okay, in this video we're going to talk about the G chord, C chord, and D chord. Now the reason I teach these chords first is because there are literally thousands and thousands of songs that are written using these chords. Or in general, if you use a capo, it opens up the possibility to even more songs on top of that because you can change keys. And yeah, 1, 4, 5 is arguably the most common chord progression ever. So it sounds like this, right? I'm sure you recognize that from somewhere. It's in everything, in all genres. It's all over the place. 1, 4, 5. These chords are G, C, and D. So let's look at these chord charts here. And these are going to be full chords. No more one-finger chords. We got to start getting used to using all of our fingers when we're playing multiple strings now. So I'll go ahead and share my screen here. And you can see some chord diagrams here. Here's G major. So, third finger, third fret of the E string, right? Second finger, second fret of A. Then you have some open strings in between, and you can place 3 and 4 down on your last 2 strings here. Play it all together, it sounds like that. 3 is optional. You can also play it like that. So when you're first trying these chords, the best thing to do is to sound it out and then play it. So you check out your short chord shape, you get your fingers in the right position, making sure you're right on the edge, curved around with strong bridges. Okay, and then just sound it out. By sound it out, I mean play each string individually to make sure they're all sounding cleanly and loud, and then go ahead and strum the whole chord. Okay, let's do C major. You got 3, 2, and then 1. This one's 5 strings, so make sure you start on your 5th string here. Okay, and you want to be able to hear every note in the chord clearly. That's why we sound it out. Here's D major. This one might be the easiest to start with. Okay, D major, I always remember it makes a little triangle. Help you remember once you're first doing this, but if you practice every day, shouldn't be too long before you'll just have these shapes memorized. Things to watch out for when you're first starting to play these chords: making sure your fingers aren't flat, because if they're flat, you'll get that kind of sound where you have other fingers touching strings you don't want them to, and it mutes the strings. So make sure they're nice and curved. Another thing you could be doing is not pressing down hard enough. Make sure you have that space in your hand there so you can get the leverage that you need to press the frets down hard enough. Another really common thing is your fingernails might be too long and they're keeping you from using the edge of your fingers. Playing guitar is a short fingernail sport. Sorry if you don't like having short fingernails. It's kind of the only way. It's a worthwhile sacrifice, though, to cut your nails. Alright, so yeah, keep short nails, especially when you start learning these chords, and it'll just make life easier in general. Let's check out this strumming exercise now that uses all 3 of these full chords. Once again, we have 4/4 time, right? Don't worry about the key signature yet. And we have a strumming pattern down here. All of this counts the same way as what we talked about in the rhythm video and things like that too. So I'm just going to play through the first exercise on this page. You can see I spaced them out. I broke up some space for you to come up with your own rhythms and chords to make your own strumming exercises there. So you got 4 bars to do that here. You got 4 bars to do that here. And another 4 bars to try it here. So let's go ahead and just play through this first exercise. You get your G chord, you're going to sound it out. Everything sounds clean. Let's go ahead and start the exercise. 1, 2, ready, go. Down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down. Then switch to C, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then D, 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 rest. C, 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 rest. G, G, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I switched between counting, I switched between telling you picking down and up. It's written in here for you. Just make sure you're doing all of those little things. Mostly just picking down and up and counting. If not out loud, which is a great thing. If not out loud, at least be counting in your head. Okay, there's the GC D strumming exercise, and then for the write your own section, just pick a rhythm using quarter notes and half notes and add some chords with it. Practice it, see what you come up with. Okay. Let's jump over to reading chord charts and let's check out a 12-bar blues. Now the 12-bar blues chord progression, it uses G, C, and D, the 1, 4, and 5 chords, and that progression alone consists of thousands of songs that have used that progression, not to mention all the other ones that use these 3 chords. So let's check it out. This will give you a lot of things to practice. There we go. Okay, so here is 12-bar blues. This is a chord chart. So you can see there's a couple different things here I wrote. 4 beats per measure, right? Because we have our time signature here, 4/4. And I said copy the strumming pattern from the tune you were learning or make up your own. Now you'll see this is called slash notations. And all this really gives you is the chord written above and then the pattern, which for here it's 4 slashes because it's in 4/4 time. Now what slash notation means is you make up your own strumming pattern, and it just needs to be in 4/4 time. Uh-oh. You see right here we have a C. This should be a G. Should be a G. Draw a little line in there. Let me see if I can mark it. Okay. Excuse me. Here we go. I'm going to come up with a strumming pattern in 4/4. So you got 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my strumming pattern. Now let's play through this exercise using that strumming pattern we have. G, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, and 4. Here's the 3rd bar and the 4th bar. Now on the 5th bar, we switch to C for 2 bars. Back to G. Now here's measure 9. Okay, that's how you would play that. So it just tells you 4/4 time, gives you the chords written above, and that's a basic chord chart. Sometimes you'll have the lyrics with it too. But if you're reading one of these chord charts for the tunes listed below, you can copy the strumming pattern that you hear in the tune. Go on YouTube or something and listen to the song that you're trying to learn. See if you can figure out what the strumming pattern is that they're playing. Get that down and use that as the strumming pattern for the tune. Or come up with your own. Alright, I think that about does it for this video and this unit. Now there's a whole list of songs right below this, like I said, that use these 3 chords. So the best way to practice, split it up into chunks. Get fast at switching chords. Another way to do that is to just pick 2 chords if you're struggling and it sounds kind of like this. And then you make it to the next chord. You want it to sound like this when you switch. Right? So a good way to practice that is just pick 2 chords that you're struggling with switching and then just do it over and over and over again. I have a couple other tricks for learning to switch chords. If you want to take a lesson with me, I can definitely show you those. Till the next video and the next unit, we'll see you there. Keep on plucking. Get this stuff down. Start playing some tunes.